Good morning. Welcome to Washington Live, powered by KCTC. I'm your host, Diana Rich, and I'm joined in the studio with our producer, Alex Snyder. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Haven't seen you in a while.
I know, long time no see.
Doing good. How about you? Anything new?
Yeah, things are good. Probably a lot of things, but nothing exciting that I can think about today.
Right.
I like you sporting your Iowa Hawkeyes sweatshirt for the big game on Friday.
Yeah. Well, for the airport too, you know.
Oh, you know what? One time I wore, are you flying out to Arizona today?
Yep, I am.
All right.
Today.
Awesome. One time I wore an Iowa Hawkeyes sweatshirt. I do like to wear Iowa Hawkeyes stuff when I travel because I find Iowa Hawkeye people all over. But one time I was running from like one terminal to the other to try to catch my flight, and I ran past where I was supposed to go because there was a gate change. And someone yelled at me, "Hey, Iowa, this is your gate." And I was like, "Thank you." And I'm so glad I wore this sweatshirt, you know? So I mean,
good.
Could save your life today.
Good.
So, but it's probably a direct flight.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you're fine.
Yeah.
So did you guys watch the Caitlin Clark commercial?
No, I didn't.
It's nice. Yeah. I've watched one. I think there's two. So it's really neat.
What's it a commercial for?
State Farm.
Okay.
So it's something about someone's car broke down and they're like, "Oh shoot," and she pops up. So it's really funny. So,
Okay,
yeah.
cool. I'll have to look for that. You know, I saw a comment on Twitter today referring to, and I knew she had signed the deal or whatever, but I hadn't seen the commercial yet.
Yep.
So here's something that's new, Alex. I remembered something that was new. We had floor seats to the Iowa women's basketball game on Sunday night, and we got to go to the post-game press conference, and I got to meet Caitlin Clark and get my picture with her. My kids got her autograph, and Kate Martin was there too, and Lisa Bluter, and super nice people. Like, I was gonna get the kids' picture with Caitlin. She's like, "Get in the picture too," and I'm like, "Okay, cool, thanks." Yeah, I'm also a fan. So anyway, so that's new and exciting, I guess.
That's cool.
Talking about the Iowa Hawkeyes and Caitlin Clark. So, anyways, all right.
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing to eat at Thanksgiving?
Turkey. I'm not like that big of Thanksgiving person.
Yeah. Just don't like to eat in
it's
general.
Just okay.
Yeah.
It's just okay, you know.
Yeah.
Like there's so many other things I would rather have, just, you know.
Yeah. We eat handballs. That's like our
Handballs?
Handballs.
What's a handball?
Oh my gosh, Alex, are you even from Iowa? If you don't know what a handball is? Come on. All right, I'm going to bring you one. But it's good. It's kind of weird, but it's good. So, what's your favorite thing, Gina?
Oh, it's a toss-up between mashed potatoes and stuffing.
I like mashed potatoes. Yeah. All right. Well, speaking of Gina is here with us. We're going to be talking about dealing with grief around the holidays. And Gina is the assistant director at Hospice of Washington County and also the bereavement director. So we'll be talking to her soon about those things. So looking forward to that. But first, let's take a look at the weather. Mostly sunny, high of 47. It's pretty chilly right now. It's 35 degrees. It's a little brisk out. Dropped my son off at school, and right as he was getting out, I said, "It's 29 degrees. Did you bring a coat?" He's like, "No, I didn't." I'm like, dang it. So failed mother. He did have a sweatshirt and gloves, no hat, but it's kind of like it was warm, and now it's cold.
Well, was he wearing pants or shorts?
Pants and a sweatshirt.
Okay.
But he had recess. He'll be fine. Body heat. He's fine. Tonight, clear. 30 tomorrow, partly cloudy, high of 46. So solid fall/winter weather coming in. No police report today. Alex decided that there was nothing Washington Live worthy on the police report.
We need some funny stuff to happen, people of Washington. So.
Okay, there you go. Hopefully the police chief isn't listening to that. He's probably fine with a slow police report. But we'll look at community events tomorrow, Thursday. Happy Thanksgiving, free community dinner in the Brighton City Hall from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Friday, free holiday merchant movie, Puss in Boots 2, 11 a.m. and 1:30. That was not on my radar, but it is now. I love the free merchant movies. You can go to participating businesses in Washington, pick up the little tickets, and then go to the movie for free and enjoy that with some buttery popcorn. Saturday, lots of holiday snow events. The Jingle Bell Run starts at 9 a.m. You can, if you didn't pre-register, you can still register. You can show up at JP's 207 at 8 a.m. For the Jingle Bell Run. There's people running, people walking, people with pets, people dressed up in crazy outfits. I might be one of them. I might not be, but super fun event to come out. I think it's supposed to be cold, but just dress warm and you'll be fine. Breakfast with Santa from 8 to 10 a.m. at the UP Church. Small Business Saturday, of course. And then later in the day, there's the live radio plays, Sherlock Christmas Story and Father Knows Best, happening at 5 p.m. in the library, and you sit outside and listen to it. And then the lighted parade starts at 6 p.m. So lots of exciting things going. That's one of my favorite things going on around the holidays in Washington. So, and then of course the Santa's House opens on Sunday at the library from 1 to 4. So mark your calendars.
Go see Todd in the radio plays.
Oh, is Todd in the radio plays?
He is.
All right, nice. All right, that's all we have for community events. We'll head to commercial break, and then when I return, I'll talk to Jina.
Federation Bank is a locally owned bank providing award-winning customer service. We believe that we are more than just a federation of banks, but a federation of communities, serving Brighton, Richland, Wellman, and Washington, Iowa. Federation Bank's highly skilled staff is here to make sure you are able to accomplish your personal and professional goals, whatever they may be. Federation Bank, your family bank. Family owned and operated by Andy and Sarah Ross, Ross Auto has been your vehicle repair and maintenance headquarters since 1935. We specialize in all makes of cars and light-duty trucks. With our variety of available services, let us help you keep rolling and your vehicle operating efficiently. Services include general auto repair, alignments, brakes, fuel injection, and more. Schedule your appointment today at 319-653-5656. That's 319-653-5656.
I am Melissa Westfall with Homegirl Realty. Heather and Charlotte and I have worked together for many years, and we have always had a vision to have a business together.
I'm Charlotte Howard, and the good news is we bring a very high level of experience. We have a combined 80 plus years of experience in this real estate marketplace.
I'm Heather Merrick, and Homegirl Realty brings a lot of things to the table. We have phenomenal communication with our clients, buyers and sellers, to make sure things are going smoothly and you don't have anything to worry about.
Hey Emmy, what has more lives than a cat? A frog, because it croaks every day.
Welcome back to Washington Live, powered by KCTC. I'm your host, Diana Rich, and I'm joined in the studio with Jina from Hospice of Washington County, and we're talking about dealing with grief around the holidays. How are you? Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm glad you're here with us today. So you're the assistant director at Hospice of Washington County and also the bereavement director, so wearing a couple of hats, probably even more than those two, probably.
Always. It's always fun to see what the day brings.
Yes. Never a dull moment, I'm sure. Can you tell me a little bit about your role and what Hospice of Washington County provides in Washington?
Sure. Hospice of Washington County provides, in general, end-of-life care for folks that need it. So to become hospice appropriate, we just need a diagnosis from your primary care physician to say whatever illness that you have is terminal, and there either is no more treatment for you, or you've chosen not to have more treatment. And so we serve Washington County, obviously, and then a 50-mile radius around Washington. So we go into other counties, regardless of what our name says.
Yeah.
So that's generally what hospice does.
Okay.
We are a nonprofit hospice. All of our services are free, including my bereavement services. And one of the wonderful things about our bereavement services is that you do not have to had hospice services to be on to have bereavement services or join the grief service groups and things of that nature.
That's great. And you guys recently got a new building out there at Hospice of Washington County. Can you tell me about what rooms you have out there, or what offices, or what things that you provide there? And then you also travel to locations, right?
Absolutely. So our new wonderful building, come and see us. It's gorgeous. We were in the old DOT building, and I'm sure it served its purpose at one time. It just was showing its age. And I was telling Alex that, every time it sprinkled, we would flood in the basement.
I heard about that.
And obviously that's not real received well. And then when the wind blew, our internet would go down, or our electricity would go off. And so it's just it wasn't very conducive to a work environment.
Right, yeah.
So fast forward a few years, we last, I think, 2 years. We've been in the
Wow.
building, and it's beautiful. We have all offices. We have a huge conference room, storage area for things that we bring out to our families, equipment-wise, and so it's just, we're in the lap of luxury. That it's gorgeous, and we're so fortunate that the community really came together to help us through that.
That's awesome. Do you guys have patient rooms out there too, or not?
No, we do
Okay.
not have patient rooms. That is phase 2 is what we like to call it.
Okay.
Our next pipe dream is the hospice house here in Washington. We feel like, the hospice, the birdhouse in Iowa City is close for us, and we do utilize that, but it's something that we think that Washington and the surrounding areas would really benefit to have a hospice house here in town.
Absolutely. Very good. So tell me a little bit about, you had mentioned that right now you have a bereavement group, support group, and you're kind of halfway through it. Tell me about, how often do you have those groups, and how do people, find out about how they can get involved in your next one?
Sure. So I try to, currently I have kind of the holiday group. So it starts probably the beginning of November and goes through Christmas. And then I will start another one. So I wait a few weeks and kind of change the date and times, because I have noticed that I have folks that don't like to drive at dark, and I have people that work during the day.
Yeah.
So I just kind of change up the day and the time, and then they'll run for 6 weeks. And so then another session will start for 6 weeks, and then I'll wait a couple weeks and then start another session. And so how I advertise that, Facebook is kind of huge right now, so I'll do our Facebook, and then I also send out mailings of another group starting, take ads in the union, and just kind of get the word of mouth going.
Okay, so if somebody's listening right now and they're like, "Oh man, that would be great. I want to make sure I don't miss it." Could they call hospice and say, "Put my name on a list. Make
Yep.
sure Gina calls me the next time"?
Yep, absolutely,
happens.
absolutely.
Okay, awesome. What other resources do you have for people who are dealing with grief around the holidays?
So one, if you're into talking, contact me. Let's talk about things that are going on in your world. If you're like groups, you're more than welcome to come to a group. I do have reading material, resources that are available and that I can utilize. The internet is a wonderful thing, but however, it can be dangerous at times. So I always say monitor what you're looking at the internet. Make sure that it's positive and helpful. And then just look at your self-care, how we interact with ourselves, how we take care of ourselves. Are we eating okay? Are we sleeping okay? Because this is a tough time.
Yeah.
You're dealing with the loss of a loved one, and now we're compounding all of these holiday armies, just kind of marching through with a Thanksgiving, Christmas, Hanukkah, and New Year's Eve, New Year's, and all the things that are coming through here now. And it's just, we're kind of one whammy after another whammy, and sometimes we don't feel like putting up a Christmas tree, and if that makes us feel guilty that we're not doing things that we should be doing. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of emotions that might be new to us.
Yeah, absolutely. And who could contact you?
Anybody.
Okay.
Yeah, anybody. You can make kind of a self-referral. Just say, hey, I want to talk about something, or I want to talk about services that you have to offer. Or I get referrals from clergy. I have referrals from physicians. I have referrals from neighbors. I always say, it's kind of those things that are forced upon you that you don't really want. So I always say, here's my information. Have them reach out to me. If this is something that they want, if it's something that they would feel that was beneficial, reach out to me, give me a call, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, absolutely. And you said you guys service a 50-mile radius, mm-hmm. and because you're a nonprofit organization, it's a service that you provide at no cost for people.
Correct.
Is that correct?
Correct.
So definitely a resource that people should take advantage of if they're feeling like they would benefit from it.
Yep, absolutely. I just wanted to reiterate that you do not have to have had hospice services to have the bereavement services.
Okay.
That's kind of something that we always try to get out there, that it's not one and the same. And so we always just like to mention that again.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's I'm glad you mentioned that, because we were talking about that before the show, and I'm like, oh, that is so good to know that, if they're not someone who's used Hospice of Washington County before, or, maybe they're dealing with the loss of a loved one from a distance and maybe hadn't had any interactions with you, there's still that opportunity to do that. So,
and that's a really good point, is that, where families aren't, in the same town anymore. We're all spread out all over the place. And so I do get referrals from other hospices. I received a hospice referral from a place in Hawaii. It was my most fun, and I'm like, I would love to go there. And yeah,
Is this a business expense?
Yeah, I'm like, do we have that in the budget?
Well, that's great to know, that information for sure. Let's head to commercial break, and then when we get back, let's talk about some other tips for getting through the holidays.
At the Capper Auto Group, we put our customers' needs first and understand that everyone is as different as the vehicle they select. We offer new Ford, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, and Ram vehicles in a friendly environment that puts you in the driver's seat. When it comes to service, we maintain factory-trained technicians and competitive pricing. The Capper Auto Group still believes that service after the sale provides the best customer experience. Come see the Capper experience for yourself.
It's not a question of what all you have and so on with your life. It's who is in your life and how much you care for them and how much they care for you. And Tammy definitely cares.
I met Tammy about 20 years ago when her daughter was in Special Olympics and I was coaching. Told me that she was into doing senior benefits. We became even closer friends. She cares about everybody, especially the seniors, so call her.
In the heart of rural Iowa, where community matters most, the connections we make are made to last. Meet KCTC, your hometown internet, phone, and TV provider. At KCTC, we're not just about technology, we're about people. Our dedicated team are your neighbors, committed to bringing you top-tier services right where you live. We believe in giving back to the community that raised us. Experience the power of a real connection with KCTC. Join us in building a stronger, more connected Southeast Iowa.
Welcome back to Washington Live, powered by KCTC. I'm your host, Diana Rich, and I'm joined in the studio with Jina from Hospice of Washington County. We've been talking about dealing with grief around the holidays. Lots of great information and resources that the Hospice of Washington County provides for people dealing with grief. What are some just general, some tips for dealing with grief that you have for people?
Well, first, I talked about the self-care and making sure that you're eating well, you're sleeping well, because going through grief that is almost like 2 40-hour jobs. It's, it's all consuming. So just being patient with yourself. The second one is, try new things. If you have muster up the energy to do things, try those new things. Maybe it's we always shopped online before for Christmas gifts, and maybe now we go to the great boutiques here in Washington, but it's in your comfort zone. And just being patient with yourself at this time and do what you can and have the option of opting out. And maybe, like I said before, maybe putting up a Christmas tree is just too much, or sending out all the Christmas cards. Maybe we just decide that this year isn't the year that we do that. Maybe we are okay with just sleeping through New Year's this year. I know I have, just because I have a teenager, so I'm not the fun. So I've been sleeping through New Year's for a long time. But if that's something that you always used to do, it's okay to go to bed at 10 o'clock and not have guilt that comes with that. So, but I guess the take home message is just be patient with yourself. That it might be different this year, but that's not to say that's going to be different every year.
Yeah. Great, very good tips. And again, Jina talked earlier about some of the resources that they have available out of Hospice of Washington County. What is the best way for people to contact you? Is it, email or phone, or how can people, get in touch with Hospice of Washington County if any of these things were like, oh, I'd like to talk to Jina, or I'd love to join a support group, or get some more resources from you?
Either way, for our phone number, we're in the book, we're all over, as well as email. I'm just Jina at hospicewc.com.
Jina with a J, right?
Jina with a J, yes, as my old basketball coach used to call me. So I always tell people that my parents made that up. But, either way, it's fine. It's great. You'll get in touch with me, and we'll go from there.
Very good. Awesome. Well, thanks for joining us today. Anything else that you want to touch on?
No, I just want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah. I can't believe tomorrow's Thanksgiving. I kind of forgot a couple times, but it is tomorrow. I'm looking forward to having the day off. So yes, for sure. Well, thanks again for joining us. We're not going to let you off the hook that easy, though. We will let you play the celebrity birthday game.
Okay.
Are you excited?
I'm very.
Okay, but first, the national days.
Oh, National Jukebox Day.
Who sits in an office and thinks of these things? Do you even know what that is, Alex? Are you old enough to know what a jukebox is?
Yeah, I
okay.
do.
All right. Very good.
I watch Back to the Future.
Very good.
And then National Cranberry Relish Day.
Do you eat cranberries on Thanksgiving?
We've never had cranberries on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we don't
I guess
either.
I've just never tried
How about
them.
you, Jina?
You don't have the cranberry that's in the shape of the can? Yeah.
I've seen it before. Do people enjoy that?
Not I.
Yeah. I bought some craisins to put in a salad, dried cranberries. So,
Never had those.
all right, National Cranberry Relish Day. Too bad it's not National Handball Day, because then I could hook you up. But
That's true.
all right, that's on my agenda. Note to self: handballs for Alex. Although if you don't like them, then we can't be friends. So maybe.
Yeah.
All right, let's check out the birthday game.
Okay, first one. Mads McCulkin, Hannibal, Fantastic Beasts.
I don't know Mads. You know Mads?
I do not.
All right, we'll go 59.
We're gonna go. Oh, I'm such a horrible guesser at age. I'm gonna go. We're gonna do the Price is Right. I'm gonna go 58.
58 right on.
After I guessed 59, I was like, gosh, he kind of looks older than that, but it's so hard. Nice work. So Jina off the start with 2 points. I've got 1.
Yeah.
All right.
Next one. Justin Bieber's wife, Hailey Bieber.
All right. I'm going to go 34.
I'm gonna go younger. I'm gonna say 29.
27.
27. Jina, nice work. She looks so sophisticated.
She does. She does.
Next one. Mark Ruffalo. The Hulk and Avengers.
Yeah. 57. I feel like
I'm gonna go younger again. I think the gray hair is a myth.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 54.
54. 54. Yeah, he doesn't have very many wrinkles.
Should have done the Price is Right again, 56.
56.
Oh,
All right, so we each
nice.
get a point. So I've got 2.
Okay.
And Gina has 4.
Well, you got to get this one right on.
Oh, man.
Scarlett Johansson.
Ooh.
No idea. I'm going to go. I have no idea. 49.
Oh, I'm going to go younger again. I'm going to go, you said 49?
Yeah.
I'm going to go 30s. I think upper 30s. I'm going to go 36.
39.
39. Look at you. I should have had you guess first and piggybacked on your guesses because I was like, I honestly have no idea how old
Well,
she
she's
is.
been around a while.
Well,
so
yeah. So look at you, Gina.
right.
Nice work. I hope all of these people were watching today because I feel like you flattered all of them with their ages.
Yes,
like
yes.
you were either on it or
Yes,
under
I
it.
do take
or-
bribery, so
That was awesome. Very good. 5. Is that like a record for most points? I mean,
That might be.
I mean, the most you
That's
can get is
impressive.
8.
I mean, she got close on all of them. That's really rare.
That's pretty solid. I'm just glad you didn't skunk me. So 5-2. Congratulations.
thank you.
There's, just you can just walk around
the pride,
and tell
yep.
people, the pride
Yep,
that that you won the birthday game. So
Absolutely.
I'm sure your daughter will be impressed. Thanks again for joining us.
Thank you.
Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to you, Alex. Safe travels to Arizona.
Yeah.
And thanks for joining us today on Washington Live. Hope you all have a happy